in the second phase.
Oke, game kedua. Udah dibenerin tuh poinnya.
The Moskov going to make his appearance.
Moskov coming out. Bans, both teams looking for an EXP laner at this point, and both teams looking for a mage for the side of FUT, and Vitality still need their jungler. The Hayabusa seems to have been falling. At least today, we haven't seen it as much. GG played it a little bit earlier, but a lot of teams have been favoring the Lancelot. A lot of teams have been favoring other choices for damage dealers. We've seen the Suyo pop up. So my question is, do we think Vitality's going to go into something more on the damage
Cici,
side?
Ben, Cici udah.
They would already have a pretty solid
Cicin.
amount of damage.
Mereka mau main hero jangan kaki nih.
Double marksman.
Yeah, the flexibility is actually there. Team
Buat
Vitality
nangkep panca enaknya pakai apa, guys?
Assassin again,
Rangko
like
kah?
the Ling or
Rangko.
Hayabusa, the matchup against Lancelot, or they can actually pivot entirely
Rangko
and pick
Kaja
up a
mungkin ya.
Fredrin,
Rangko
and
Kaja
that would
Chow.
give him a lot of front line to
Ya,
work with.
I like the
Satu
Fredrin
hero
here, and it looks like FUT Esports knows the idea of a utility jungle could be out there because they decided to ban out the Akai. Big chance we could see that Fredrin ban from them all, actually, especially since they already took the Basha. Akai's gone. If you ban out the Fredrin, you don't leave many other opportunities for utility jungle.
Masih ada Fredrin kalau mau main
Like
tank.
the Xborg that we've seen a few times.
Fredrin
it's
Barat.
very 50-50, maybe even 40-60 or so.
With
Fredrin Timur
Lancelot and
Badan mau
Miracle
bikin
already
Barat
on the
anjir.
opposite side, Xborg jungle is highly unlikely, so I don't think you need to ban it.
Itu
But the
nya
Zask ban is
Vitality bisa boga.
very interesting.
Iya
We literally
sih,
talked
boga
about this right before.
strategi anyar itu Barat Badang.
Leo's sending messages
Yep.
over there,
Makanya,
man.
masih.
He's very
got,
happy.
He's got flies on the walls in those player rooms right now. He knows what's coming.
Teorinya Kimi Badang tuh
I
Kimi
would
dulu
never
ulti
thought of
berarti.
that
Kimi ulti
on the
terus
side of
sedot
FUT
langsung sama Badang.
Esports.
Boom.
What's the last
Stop
ban?
that.
Like I said, I think you just take out the Fredrin here, man. You just play it safe and don't give them that
Badang
opportunity.
semenjak revamp banyak
All
CC
I
so
know.
anjir.
To be honest though, banning out the Zask here isn't something I would consider very necessary, so it means that there's something they're locking in after this might be countered by the Zask, and it makes me think that Team Vitality might want to go for a second game of Kadita.
Second game of Kadita?
It's not as good.
I mean, no,
but
it can still work. It can at least, it's definitely much harder to catch the Lancelot, but it can catch the Airthel still. Could catch things like that. I think the Joy's also still open. If they want to go full damage here on the side of Vitality, if they want to go for something of that nature, we'll see. Or you mean, wait, do you mean Kadita on the side of FUT?
No, Kadita on Vitality.
No, where are they going to put the Gimme?
Oh, right.
Yeah, you're gonna they
It's
do
the
pick
end
up
of
the
a
Fredrin.
day.
At this point, though, FUT could pick up the Kadita. Would be a decent answer against the Fredrin. Even be able to kind of outrange the Kimmy. Could be something that they steal out of the notebook of Vitality right here and now.
It's possible. And with two marksmen, there would be pretty good targets for it as well. But we just saw the Kadita debut in the previous game. We don't know if Zendaya's gonna have the hero in her pool in the first place. But multiple artillery mages have already been taken out of the field. Zetian is still open, but going to be particularly vulnerable to double marksmen, especially Moskov.
Yeah, they go for the glue in the EXP lane, and they go for the Lilia. This is another hero that has been 50-50. We've seen it lose a few times. Was another hero that was picked up by GG early today, able to get the win. So it has been hit or miss, but against the Fredrin, against short-range marksmen, against something like the Badang, it does kind of work a little. What she suffers against is the long-range heroes, and everything that Vitality's bringing where they want to be grouped up like this, the Lilia could take advantage of.
Yeah, and Lilia is a traditional counter to the Fredrin. Does love playing against those slower frontline heroes, but it's going to become very easy one-shot material once Moskov has some items. So this means FUT needs to be in control of the game towards the early to mid phases, because they definitely lose out on the game scaling.
Okay, and they pick up the CC though, something that can at least rotate and catch up with the glue. How you feeling about the drafts?
I think Vitality's draft is very honest. It's very straightforward, front to back, with a little bit of dive potential on the CC. FUT has bigger conditions to meet, which is, once again, you gotta win out early to mid game, or at the very least make sure you're not behind in farm. Otherwise, you will just straight up lose late game to Moskov Kimmy.
All right, well, we will see I definitely agree
Udah
that
belum masuk,
Vitality's
otomatis
draft
main
is
split push, guys.
very honest. But this time, it seems like FUT Esports is pulling a couple pages out of the old meta book with the Lilia. And even though their draft isn't exactly full current meta, it still seems a little on the honest side. There is a pretty clear objective on what needs to be done. But it is match point
Oke, ini
for
dia guys ya.
Team
Match point
Vitality.
untuk
One
Vitality.
more win to take them to the top 4. FUT Esports on the ropes, trying to tie the game.
The Turkish representatives have
Ini knockout stage ya, guys, ya.
surprised and caught us by our toes this entire tournament. But it feels like they may have met their match in one of the most experienced
Besok kayaknya
teams
best of
in the
five
women's
harusnya ya. Tapi nggak tahu
MLBB
sih.
ecosystem. Now might
Dulu
be the
di MPL, guys.
final opportunity they have to show us what they have learned in their first foray to the international stage. Looking at the overall emblem setups, we're already seeing very offensive choices coming in from Team Vitality. 3 Quantum Charges and 2 Impure Rages, including on the CC.
I mean, it's definitely aggressive. Team Vitality, I'm trying to think, you know, early game, mid game, late game, first turtle with both teams. I mean, with the Lancelot, it's going to be a slightly quicker jungle clear most likely, but I still always like the Fredrin in the turtle pit. But also the Lancelot, once you get that level 4, Phantom Execution is a great way to steal away turtles, a great way to steal away lords. You don't have to hang in the pit to be able to get a neutral objective.
But it's also going to be difficult to try and contest those against a well-placed Appraiser's Wrath. It is going to come down to a bit of a 50-50 how well both these teams are actually able to set up the Lord pits. And for now, I do think that FUT Esports has the slight advantage since they are playing multiple late game scalers.
Evil comes up, gives a little face check to Unohana up there.
Lihat bracketnya di mana sih, guys?
Unohana feeling a bit of pressure. Turtle will pop up on the top side, and you can tell that both teams are ready for it.
Nora gonna be the first one to start bringing it over to their side. Vival gonna show herself as well. Neither jungler is level 5 yet, still waiting for their buffs to spawn.
Nora taking a little bit of damage there. Gonna get knocked up. Appraiser's Wrath comes down. First blood over to the side of Team Vitality. At this point, FUT Esports might not even want to go for this, but watch Maria looking for an angle, maybe looking for a way in, but Vivian's got her number and is going to send Maria away.
Yeah, losing your roamer, especially a Baxia this early in the game, is basically a guaranteed lost
Baxia bisa
turtle.
dipanis coy di early gini.
Now we can
Dengar,
see
ya.
Nora just trying to provide assistance elsewhere on the map. The fact that she died there as well means that she does not have access to level 4. So Team Vitality already holding on to a bit of that early lead that FUT Esports needed to avoid at all costs.
Look at Vivian, man, just being the nuisance right now. Face checking Maria non-stop. It's going to be a problem if Team Vitality keeps up this type of pressure. Even Cine rotating up, getting involved in this fight. Maria now trying to dash through, gets hit by the first crack and taken out. Cine able to get the kill. It's a rough start for FUT Esports.
That felt a little bit unnecessary. Mireia knew there were multiple people there, saw Vivian right in front of her, and still decided to try and challenge it. If she did iframe the fist break correctly, then sure, it would have been fine. But what would you get in return, right? It is a high-risk, no real reward situation.
Uh-oh, next target locked on Nora. Getting taunted, getting taken out. Evil with another hit with that Appraiser's Wrath. That's 2 kills in the book onto Nora.
Team Vitality really does like bringing up past victories because that was a very much deja vu kind of situation. The Appraiser's Wrath smooshing Nora into the ground, and that means 2 deaths on the Baxia in the first 4 minutes. This is one of the tankiest early game heroes in the game, and it shows how well Team Vitality have been rotating despite the fact that they really shouldn't have this much map control yet.
Yeah, it feels like Team Vitality, the blood's in the water, man. They smell it. They know that, I think they're playing like they just know they're better. You know, this is when you start to see teams come in and they're just playing aggressive. They feel like no mistakes can be made, or at least FUT Esports is going to continue to make mistakes, and Team Vitality is playing it well.
And Team Vitality is already invading jungle, stealing buffs away. FUT Esports are not able to respond in kind. I think after witnessing their past rivals being dispatched so unceremoniously, Team Vitality is not pulling any punches. They're not taking any chances against FUT Esports.
So FUT Esports needs to rewire very quickly. Pop the reset. Over in the bot side. Thorn Rose does come out. Maria almost caught off. No, the flicker through. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, hello, Vivian.
Definitely value.
Vivian's gonna be very happy with that one. FUT Esports going to try and trade for a bottom tier one instead, but Mieko takes it pretty slowly, and the curtain call locks them both down.
Man, Shell, maybe in a bad spot. Nora, Miko, trying to pick up where FUT Esports has lost. Down to the boss side, even more action as well, though. Vival, 1v2, gonna get caught up. Grab, slam. Vival finally goes down. Maria able to get the kill. Team Vitality gonna be forced to maybe slow down a bit here.
Finally overstepping. Shell one shot away from death. Lucky that there were no more minions. But Team Vitality is not letting up the pressure.
Another fist crack onto Maria. When will Vivian stop the heavy crossbow?
Trok, mati lagi sama Moskov yang dapetnya. Ya ampun.
100-yard
Ya.
field goal for Shell.
Ini Vitality udah kayak ngereng coy.
Team Vitality knocking them down one by one.
All the
Net
way
6 udah 3.000 coy bedanya.
land of Dawn. Shell finds the snipe right through the heart of FUT Esports. And we just see multiple skirmishes happening all across the map. Even though Vival got punished for diving behind the top tier 2, it did not matter to the rest of our team. They are still finding opportunities to create as much space as possible. You can see in the itemization, first items already completed across the board for Team Vitality. Fumi Echo and Shell and Zinni both at their second actually.
Almost everyone on the side of Team Vitality has a minimum of a 500 gold lead over their opposing laner. Team Vitality just feels good right now, and we're only just getting a third turtle, and the lead is getting already out of control.
Out of control is honestly an understatement. We already set this up in the draft. If FUT Esports falls behind in the early to mid game, they are not keeping up with the scaling of Team Vitality. And the gap is already so massive that they're not able to get anywhere close to the turtle pit. Not to mention, the best thing they can trade for it is that bottom tier 1.
Yeah, that's first tower of the game for FUT Esports. And at this point, the trade, yeah, it's helpful. It's something.
Moskov yang butuh item aja udah dapat kill 2 anjir.
To the gold lead. It's stopped. It's been at around this 4.3 to 4.5
Ya Vivian pasti Thunderbelt ya.
2 minutes or so,
Nabung
which is
Thunderbelt di
good.
early game.
They got the tourniquet on right now. They're trying to stop the bleeding as much as possible.
But how do you stop the bleeding when even more wounds keep showing up? FUT Esports just has to try and slow it down. We see a flank attempt.
Nora from around the back, the slam as well.
Oh,
Echo,
Vivian.
this crack does luck on his aim.
Flicker.
Down comes the SOD. Does not commit through though. Maria there as well, trying to get the back line. No members of Team Vitality will go down, but a nice stun is not connected by Unohana, but at least the disengage happens.
But all this while, it is a 5v4 situation. Shell is actually pushing the bot lane, nearly taking out the tier 2 tower.
Wah, Team Vitality mode pulang cepat guys. Pengen cepet juara.
They are able to so comfortably just walk into FUT Esports as half of the map because they have so much to work around. You can see the difference in gold. You can see the difference in EXP.
Man, at this...
Vivian.
Once again, the fist crack connects. Unohana shredded down. No orange buff for FUT Esports. I mean, they're not even fighting for turtles or lords right now. They're just trying to get their own jungle.
Even their own jungle is difficult. It's like having to walk a mile to the nearest store. And Team Vitality purposefully extending the road.
Black shoes from Zendaya.
Vival
tries to come around the back. Maria there as well with the punctures through. Knows that they can't take the fight. I will say FUT Esports is at least doing that well. Just to disengage, try to control waves, try to protect towers.
They were able to get the first kill on Fumi Echo the entire game there. Team Vitality actually got a little bit too ahead of themselves and left the CC behind. But looking at the items, Shell already completed with the Trinity. Miko actually not too far behind. This Irritel could still be a saving grace for
Emang 2 item tadi menit 8 ya atau
to protect their marksman, and Team Vitality is gonna generally be looking for her in every fight.
Cuman enak nggak setara nyen Molten ya?
Yeah, the way
Tapi
that this
kayak
first Lord goes
Curse Helmet
is
di
gonna be
revamp.
huge. Even a Team Vitality most Miko
Wait.
pops a heavy crossbow.
Ouch.
Still goes
Shit.
down. Shell.
Shell.
Might get targeted down by Nora. Can Nora Unohana maybe get
Yeah,
something
makana.
here? Shell looking for the outplay. It's 2v1.
Wah,
Bashes
Shell.
him against the wall and comes
Wah,
Zendaya.
Shell. Nggak bisa,
still
cowok,
hanging
anjir.
on, but finally gets shut
Shut
down
down.
by Zendaya.
Maybe a little
Lebih
bit
kacau
greedy
hijau
there,
itu,
but
tapi
Shell
buying time
actually
film
got the
filmnya
solo
mantap.
kill on Mirko even after missing the Spear of Misery. And all of that is space created for Team Vitality to also get the Lord. It's not really worth it to lose your goal laner for that, but Vitality is so far ahead that those are acceptable losses. It barely makes a dent in their overall economy.
And Lord does go over to the side of Team Vitality, and it's going to be coming down right about now with this wave coming out of their base. I think if FUT Esports cannot lose an inhibitor here, like a major base tower, then it increases their chances a little bit.
That's a tall order though, Trex. I'm not sure if they're going to
Ini
be
bisa
able
nggak,
to
guys?
do that. They're
Harusnya
not
nggak bisa ya?
particularly well
ya.
suited for base
Pakai triknya
defense in
hilang.
the first place.
With the, you'd be surprised, the Lilia, you set down, I mean, if she plays it right, the goal with the Lilia is
Atas
you set
bawah
down
pasif triknya udah hilang nih guys.
rooms.
Dilihat-lihat
She's
nggak ada
kind
di
of doing
map.
that now, maybe a little bit too
Udah
early.
hilang kah?
You're
Kalau di
supposed to
defense-nya?
do it before the Lord comes. You set them all down. You got about
Atau
5
ngebug?
sitting there, and the moment Lord walks
Enggak lah ya,
over,
kayaknya enggak ya.
you pop
Enggak tuh,
them.
udah hilang
And
bener.
it does an amazing amount of damage. It's not too bad for a siege defense if they can pull something off here.
But Zendaya is already so behind on gold. I'm not too sure if it's enough, and Vivian's already
She
here to
misses
stop
them
her.
all. And she misses all
Frog,
the blooms
asup
right
kah?
there.
Asup kan
Lord
Moskop,
does come in
anjir.
onto the base. The rest of Team Vitality follows right
Wah,
behind.
Mireya,
Lord
hati-hati
now
Mireya, cok.
onto the base. Match
Wah,
point.
wah, wah,
for Team
wah, wah.
Vitality does get shredded down. Moraine to the backside, able to puncture through. Keep Vitality at bay. They're cutting lane though, waiting
Keep
for the
on-
next wave to come down the mid.
Vitality keeping it standard. There definitely could have been
Yeah,
an
guys,
argument to
ngaco
just
serangan,
shove
ngobrol,
their
ngobrol
way
tahu ya.
in and try to muscle to the finish, but they know what is at
Oh,
stake. A
pas
victory
pisan.
here would be
Oh,
a
udah defense, Nak.
clean path into the semifinals. They don't want to lose that.
Maria with the puncture once
Wah,
again.
anjing rata.
Immortality does pop on Vivian. Damage on Nora. Nora drops Miko. Will be the next to fall. Stun.
Itu
taunted,
loh, dapet
raises
uang,
Red
guys, NN.
down. Immobilize
NN.
on Unohana. It's nothing but Zendaya
Udah
left. No black shoes. No
N,
more
guys.
lives. Team Vitality will take the game and go to the top 4.
GG Vitality, mantap,
Series
mantap,
is
mantap, mantap.
claimed by the favorites, the underdogs. Unfortunately,
Itu deh, guys,
take
ya.
a